couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020, yeah. VVS, Clarity, yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
On the ready.
52, right 52. Hey, I'm coming. Let's go.
Clock now on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Go now.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Tight right. 3 down.
Hey, orbit. Go.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
And Freeman lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. The 40. He's at the 30. He cuts it, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he spins free. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Block off of play action. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This is Freeman. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Lock throwing on target to Fant. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's got Snead. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Locke. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Drew Lock, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
Running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Amendola, he was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again, Stafford. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
On the move to his left. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. X3. 218, chopper. Set, go.
On first down, Locke. This one complete to Smallwood. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Locke. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The 6th season in Denver now for Emmanuel Sanders after those 4 years in Pittsburgh. And you may recall Sanders tore his Achilles December 5th last year in practice. But before the injury, he was on his way to another 1,000-yard season. Would have been his 4th in his first 5 years in a Bronco uniform. And now at 32 years of age as he tries to return to full speed.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Here's Smallwood. He's got it on the draw. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Mike 51, Mike 51. You better be afraid of me. You
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Freeman the 1st down and more. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Smallwood out of the pistol. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Here we go, set, 18 Gator. Get it.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the 1st half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Slam, slam, slam.
Ready.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Sanders has it over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
At the 6-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They run from the pistol here with Freeman, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Royce Freeman with touchdown number 8 on the year, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Lions take over. Let's go. Let's do it. At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team, I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
First down,
The first down carry here for Johnson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Stafford going to get this one to Johnson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Check, 59. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Curse. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40.
it's a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long.
Hey, 5-0.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Emmanuel Sanders deep for the Broncos.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row. To throw again on second down. Locke. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Locke now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Clock now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field. Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, as the first half is winding down, and the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. The final shot before the break, Stanford. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is. Signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's third down.
Set! 180!
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Right.
Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
6-6. Pull it high. 53. Ready.
Mike, 59. Mike, check.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Sanders. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
60 outlaw.
Coming this way. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch that in. Tight end right.
A give to Smallwood out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Read.
I got you. Pop.
Ready.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
You ain't going nowhere.
Stafford here coming off his pick 6. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
A gain of 29 yards.
They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Let's see what you got.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. Now, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Check 24.
50-50.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Over the middle, it's Amendola. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Your trip is here.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Alert!
Here, Ron.
61, matchbox lights.
Get wild.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Pressure will put him back at the 33-yard line. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
It's 2nd down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions were able to draw a bit closer. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, a little 360. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively, put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On second down, it's Freeman. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. You think back to 2018, many people thought it would be Royce Freeman taking over as the lead back in Denver. Spent a 3rd-round pick on him, but it was Phillip Lindsay who would be in the catbird seat as the #1 running back. But still for Freeman, not a bad rookie campaign, 521 yards and 5 touchdowns as the backup. He's going to let this go. It got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Willie Snead, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
35. Lions 14.
Stafford now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing to Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. They run again on 1st down with Smallwood. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Hey, Haywood!
3 down.
On 2nd and 12, Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And able to find Dorsett. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Dorsett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Troy Apke, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down, Smallwood. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
I got you.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Ready.
Freeman again. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Freeman. And he's taken down inside the 30. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
2nd and 5 at the Lions' 24-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Toss play. This is Smallwood. Now he's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from 1st down. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Indy.
They toss to Freeman. Room here to run. so erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Lions, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our...
I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole face. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the top. I just know I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time.
Going big.